my name is Rhys Fullerlove. I'm the president of the Sherrard School Board, and we're here to talk about the superintendent search process. So why do we need a superintendent? No, Mr. Boucher did not win the lottery, and no, he did not abandon us. Actually, Mr. Boucher is retiring after he started with us in 2016. One of the best gifts that Mr. Boucher has given us is him actually giving us pre-notice that he does intend to retire at the end of the school year, which has allowed us to start this process almost 2 years ago. For the first time in nearly 3 decades, we're going to have a peaceful transfer where we know what our exit plan is. The school board is not doing this process alone. We're using the Illinois Association of School Boards, or IASB, to help us with the process. They have an executive search committee team that's comprised of former superintendents and a network of other experts to help us conduct this executive level search. Even though we're using IASB, the board is not doing it just us. We've asked the community to help us out too. If you remember, back in May, we launched an online survey to give us your input on what an ideal superintendent candidate is. Also, ISBE came here and they gathered input from parents on a forum that we held one night. And also on the last day of school, they had staff interviews with our teachers and staff to figure out what is an ideal candidate. From all that input that they had, they compiled up and came up with 8 factors that would represent the ideal candidate. From those 8 factors, they asked questions on the application of the superintendents that would speak to those type of things that we want as a district, and also spoke to those superintendents' qualifications and traits. How did we narrow down the candidates? Well, we had numerous candidates apply, and we had this idea that we could have them play a series of children's games that would allow us to get to the one. But ISB and our lawyers thought that was maybe not the best idea. So ISB actually has a very sound process where they look at their resumes and they screen them down from there, and then they actually conduct initial screening interviews, which narrows that panel down even more. They also perform background checks and other various tools that help them make sure that they are a good fit for our district. From there, they gave us a slate of 6 candidates, which the board will conduct first round interviews. After we conduct those first round interviews, we'll narrow it down to 2 or 3 candidates and do a second round of interview. After that, we will make a selection and a tentative offer. What does our timeline look like? Like I said, we started this almost 2 years ago when we knew the process and started reaching out to figure out how does this process work. In May, you recall, like I said, they came to the district and talked to a bunch of stakeholders in our districts. Those first 6 interviews we're going to start doing in the first week of November, and hopefully the next week narrow it down and do our second round interviews. After that tentative selection is made though, our process doesn't stop. We're going to actually be going to their community where they are currently employed and talk to their teachers, their staff, their community members, their stakeholders to continue to make sure they are a good fit for our district. After that, we will finalize their contract with their lawyers and our lawyers, and then we'll hopefully make an announcement sometime in December and vote on that new superintendent in December. Then we'll have the spring semester for that person and Mr. Boucher to be able to have some crosstalk to make sure we have a smooth transfer for us. So please stay tuned to our website and our social media, and we'll continue to make information as is available. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.